Okay, that wasn't fun. Let's talk about squat shoes. I've been squatting in the same shoes for over 10 years. Hit me. Fucking not literally, Christ. These are the Nike Romelos. Now, I don't actually know what generation because these have changed a few times and there's a newer one already. I love these. I did swap between flats and heels a number of times. Now, depending on your leverages, you might find that you're better suited to heels. This typically is someone with a longer femur trying to make sure that you're able to hit depth. So if you've got a longer femur, you might find that you need heels regardless. Now, if you live in the midground, if you can't hear that, man just farted off camera. We have 3 minutes until it hits me, and then there will be lives lost. If you have to move in something like this, the Romelos are a good start point. The only issue is that the heel's pretty considerable, but they don't change too much else around the shoe. The support isn't that substantial, so the sides of the shoe still kind of kick off the edge. These are really worn in. And so though I found these were really comfortable, the large heel started to present a problem. Chuck us to the new ones. We're not going to talk about it. That was pretty great. These are the Savaleos. Now, these are a smaller heel. Where am I going to fucking put this? I'll hold it with my penis. Right. Can they hear me now? It does look like I'm trying to set myself up. Fine. The Savaleos have a smaller heel. And on top of that, there's a lot more support around the shoe. This was really different. Actually, what I've been avoiding for ages. Because I didn't want anything that was kind of too restrictive. I wanted my foot to be able to sit in a flatter position, spread the toes a little bit, gives you a more stable base. And I thought that was going to be an issue. I was wrong. Now, obviously, having had these for a number of years, I only swapped back to the flats because I felt like I was getting pitched forward. And me being the idiot that I am, didn't consider find a smaller heel. I mean, I thought about it, but a lot of the shoes look really narrow. It's going to take a while to break them in. I didn't want to play with a too narrow of a shoe that was going to end up screwing my squat. So these are what I just wore in competition. And what I was finding is that just having a heel wasn't actually making hitting depth any easier. Instead, the issue was it was pitching me so far forward that when I did start to initiate the squat, the knees were traveling so far that I was getting stuck on top of my thighs. Now, what you're normally looking for is a mechanic that as the hips come back, the knees travel forward at the same sort of time. It gives you the space with the hips to be able to hit depth. It wasn't working. There was too much knee travel and the hips were coming too far forwards. So instead, the smaller heel is a nice mid-ground. Now, flats for me, I can't consistently hit depth. Not that I'm fucking doing it anyway. I used these today and they were fantastic. It felt like I had the pressure of a flat shoe that I was able to just push through my whole foot. And I would say if you don't necessarily have a longer femur, this is probably a place to start. There are other options that you can look at, but we're not going to name them because what's the point in the video? So I would actually recommend the Savaleos for most people. Now, if you have a longer femur, the heel size on these, I'd give you the specific specs, but I don't know them, nor particularly care. Oh, we'll put them in. Specs here. Or here. Oh my God, look at that. That's crazy. Nice, Spence. And it says, you can't say that on YouTube. So the heel on these is pretty considerable. If you do have a longer femur, this will help you hit depth. It will allow a bit more knee travel. It'll give you more space. And I would say this is probably what you have to work with. But if you don't, these are not only a little bit flatter, which gives you a bit more control, they are fucking stable. We're never getting monetized on this channel because I swear way too much. I like it. But also the width, right? So I'm going to compare. Hold on. I won't shout, but you can see the difference. Even though these are a little narrower in shoe, around the shoe is wider, much more stable base. I actually think these are a pretty fantastic shoe, which I will be moving into permanently. So if you want to see how I get on with them, watch on Instagram, C_J_Barney, you're welcome. And when I change back in 3 weeks, you'll realize that I was full of it and this was a worthless video. But maybe you got something from it, maybe you didn't. Subscribe. We'll see you soon.